it snowed heavily in Hakuba area. I enjoyed a deep powder tree run in the backcountry of Hakuba Cortina snow resort. In this video, I will explain the entire backcountry field of Cortina. If you want to see Cortina at the end of December, which is about 1 month ago, please see my previous video. See the descriptions below. This map shows the entire backcountry field of Cortina Snow Resort in Hakuba Norikua Onsen snow area. As shown in this map, there are two ways to enter the backcountry field. One is the BC gate at the top of Cortina. Another is the Pearlift number 11 that was constructed 2 years ago. The Pearlift number 11 is a backcountry only lift, and there is no official ski trails for this number 11 lift. So number 11 lift may be similar to the 5th Pearlift of Kagura Ski Resort. To ride the Pearlift number 11, you have to purchase an armband for 2,000 Japanese yen. In order to purchase the armband, first you have to have a one-day lift pass at hand. And using a smartphone, write the purchase completion information to the one-day lift pass by using NFC, near-field communication of your smartphone. So this writing process is a little bit complicated, so I recommend you to read the manual previously at home. See the descriptions below. In contrast, the BC gate of Cortina can be passed freely. There is no beacon-activated door, and there is no ski patrol. Anybody can freely pass the BC gate. Of course, theoretically, you have to have avalanche gears and submit a climbing plan to the police, but I do not think many people are following such rules. So if you are not good at operating a smartphone, then I recommend you to use the BC gate of Cortina to go into the backcountry field. This is the trail map of the ski resort, to which I wrote the backcountry routes. Maybe you already know the famous steel water gate, which is almost like a symbol of the backcountry of Cortina. Most of the backcountry routes converge into the water gate because of the shape of the terrain of the mountain. First, I will show you the backcountry routes from the BC gate of Cortina. To go to the BC gate, ride the number 2 quad lift and number 4 pair lift. The number 4 pair lift is very crowded in the morning, like this. This is the BC gate. In reality, this is just a break point of a rope and a signpost. From the BC gate, most people go to the left side without climbing at all. On this map, most people go directly in the south direction, and this route is likely to be tracked out very quickly in the morning. If you want to ski on fresh snow, I recommend you to walk with your boots for about 5 minutes. I used climbing skins and tour bindings, but you can easily walk with your ski boots by carrying your skis on your shoulder. Only 5 minutes climbing will allow you to ski on no-track slope. See the map. Walk along the green line. Farther you go, more fresh snow are remaining. As I have just explained previously, number 11 lift started to operate since 2 years ago. So if you want to go deep in the west direction, it is much quicker to use the number 11 lift. From this ridge, you can see the north side of Mount Hieda. The north side is a steep cliff which was made by the landslide disaster that occurred in 1911, about 100 years ago. The north side slope was completely collapsed. I heard that some advanced skiers ski on this cliff on the north side. I walked about 10 minutes, and as you can see, there is no track on the slope. Most skiers and snowboarders here do not have climbing skins, so nobody come here. But since I'm skiing alone, I feel a little bit nervous because nobody is around here. This is the best powder snow tree run. The inclination of the slope is probably rather steep, but since there is about 50 centimeters of powder snow, this steepness is very comfortable to ski. There are several Caucasian skiers who appear to be guided by a professional backcountry tour guide. The professional guide knows the exact location where there is no track. Around here, I have almost reached the bottom of the valley. On the bottom of the valley, I did not find any large hole, but you may want to avoid skiing the bottom of the valley and stick to the right or left side for safety. There is no difficulty in skiing along this valley. You just go along the valley, and eventually you will see the famous steel water gate, and you duck under the steel and you can return back to the forestry road. And if you ski along the forestry road, you will return back to the Hakuba Norikua Onsen snow area, and you will reach the top station of 6th quad lift.
Ah, これよかった。いけそうだ。あ、超簡単。いやー、楽だこれ。最高。
From this point, in order to return back to the Cortina, whenever you encounter a branching point, you have to go to the left side, and you will return back to the bottom station of Cortina number 6 pair lift. Ride the number 6 pair lift and ski down, and you can return back to the Cortina. Next, I will show you another backcountry route from the BC gate of Cortina. In this route, I do not climb at all, so you don't need any climbing skin. After getting through the BC gate, go straight, and around here, you turn left and start to ski down. So the yellow line indicates the skiing route that I skied at the end of December, when there is not much snow. And in this video, I will ski almost the same route. Along this yellow line route, there are some steep points at the end of December, but now there is a lot of snow, so you don't have to worry about the steepness.
これすごいね。
Because anybody can access this slope without climbing skins, this slope is likely to be tracked out very quickly. So maybe you want to come here early in the morning, as early as possible. And in the afternoon, you can go to the slope away from here that I have just showed you previously in this video. At the end of December, when I skied here, Because this slope is very steep, I detached the skis and carried the skis on my backpack, and I descended here by bootpack, by attaching crampons to my boots and used ice axe to descend the slope. But now I can ski down without detaching skis. I'm not a good skier. Good skiers can ski down this slope even in December. When you notice a valley that leads to water gate on the right hand side, you have to think of how to descend to the bottom of the valley, because not everywhere you can ski down the slope to the bottom of the valley. I decided to descend to the bottom of the valley through this slope ahead.
大丈夫か。びっくりした。ダメかと思ったよ。大丈夫か。全然大丈夫か。びっくりした。よかった。大丈夫か。心配したな。全然大丈夫だ。大丈夫か。びっくりした。大丈夫だ。よかった。よかったよかった。帰れそうだ。怖いな。大丈夫だね、これ。
As you can see, there is a water gate ahead. From this point, the return path to the Cortina is the same. So this is the end of this video. Actually, I have not yet paid the 2,000 yen for the number 11 lift. Next week, I will ride the number 11 lift, and I will show you the backcountry routes from the number 11 lift. But there is one advice to you. If you ride the number 11 lift, don't go to the left side. There is a dangerous valley, and probably last week, some inbound guests got into the dangerous valley and got lost. So after getting off the number 11 lift, you have to go straight and toward the right side, or straightly right side. And safest route for the number 11 lift is skiing down directly under the lift. This is the this is the safest route. And there is another route. If you go down halfway along the number 11 lift, and you can branch to the right side, and there is a ridge route. And after getting down the ridge, you can go back to the forestry road. And this may be another safe route. But anyway, in the next video, I will show you the backcountry routes from the number 11 lift. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. I am uploading this kind of backcountry video with maps and GPS tracks. Thank you for watching.